Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we are taking a look at the 10 hardest bosses from across the Silent Hill franchise. Beware of major spoilers ahead. Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Sad Daddy: Silent Hill Origins. Silent Hill Origins may not be the most revered entry in the venerable series. However, when it comes to bosses, it's got a handful that are both disturbing and challenging. One such boss is Sad Daddy, found within the Riverside Motel. This harrowing boss is the manifestation of protagonist Travis's trauma due to his abusive father. What makes this boss battle so darn tough is the fact that it takes place in such a confined claustrophobic space, combined with its unpredictable attacks dealing enormous damage. Plus, staggering Sad Daddy is quite the chore. Flesh Lips: Silent Hill 2. Apart from the Flesh Lips being incredibly creepy, with one of the grossest names in all of Silent Hill, they are also downright brutal to contend with. James's battle with these aberrations in Silent Hill 2 will test your wits and your resolve. James first comes across the Flesh Lips in Brookhaven Hospital, where they hang and dangle from the ceiling, flailing around with powerful attacks. Thought to be tied to Angela's trauma with her father and brother, the Flesh Lips conjure dark machinations, to be sure. Battling these monsters isn't easy, since they have intense close quarters attacks that are both erratic and often just out of sight due to awkward camera angles, specifically in the original game. Missionary: Silent Hill 3. Good golly, this humanoid monster is downright creepy and punishing in equal measure. Heather comes across the Missionary within Hilltop Center, and fighting this boss is really going to test you. Its twisted, sharp, dagger-like appendages are ominous and can deal heavy damage when they land. Once again, the small boss arena really doesn't help, as Heather tries to navigate around its many fast-paced attacks. The old-school camera doesn't always help out here either. The Missionary is thought to be the manifestation of Claudia Wolf's religious fanaticism, and it is even related to another character's death within the lore of the game. Asphyxia: Silent Hill Homecoming. The first of Homecoming's tough-as-nails bosses comes in the form of Asphyxia. If the name alone doesn't set you on edge, then its visage surely will. Asphyxia is a creepy and odd amalgamation of body parts, almost sort of resembling a sort of insectoid-type creature. Due to the creature's many arms and other limbs, it can be hard to focus on any one area at a time in order to deal damage. Asphyxia can grab Alex with relentless ferocity. This grabbing and suffocating attacks make sense given it actually represents, or at least we think, Alex's mother's intense control, repression, and overbearance. You will have to perfectly block and dodge in order to even attempt to fight back against this monstrosity. Conjurer: Silent Hill 4: The Room. Silent Hill 4: The Room may not be as beloved as the original 3 Silent Hill games, however it still has its many fans. From the titular room to the disparate exploration to the inhuman enemies, Silent Hill 4 is brimming with horror. When it comes to the game's bosses, none is more brutal than the Conjurer. The final boss of the game, the Conjurer is the horrific manifestation of antagonist Walter Sullivan after he performed enough dark deeds and rituals to merge worlds. So right off the bat, the Conjurer is incredibly tough since he has specific specific invincibility mechanics tied to destroying specific parts of a ritual within the boss arena. Balancing this part of the fight while still landing attacks and staying alive is certainly no easy feat. Oh, and yeah, just for good measure, throw in the fact that you need to protect Eileen, and you have the recipe for a tough as nails and sometimes frustrating boss battle. Dual Pyramid Heads, Silent Hill 2.
I know the truth. Now it's time to end this.
So what's more challenging than one hulking brutish pyramid head? Well, how about two? Yep, that's right, James must battle two pyramid head monsters at once in Silent Hill 2. While the remake makes this boss battle a little bit easier thanks to the over-the-shoulder camera, the OG Silent Hill 2, with its awkward camera angles and tank controls, make this fight unbelievably hard. Most of the challenge comes from trying to focus on one of them at a time in order to hopefully land attacks, while keeping your weapons reloaded and your health topped up. The small boss arena really doesn't help out either. Incubus, Silent Hill. Now, depending on the choices you made in the game, you may end up fighting either the Incubator or Incubus, with the latter being much more challenging. As part of the good and good plus endings, this boss battle is brutal from start to finish. This sort of godlike being is a literal creation of Alessa's powerful psychic abilities and manifestations. One of the toughest parts of this fight with Incubus is the fact that it can hover around, flinging off lightning-based ranged attacks in order to deal high damage in quick succession. I mean, come on, fighting flying bosses is always a challenge in any game, right? Add in a huge health pool and limited attack openings, and what you get is a formidable final boss that is not going to back down easily. Scarlet, Silent Hill Homecoming. Summing up Scarlet's hideous and monstrous visage is no easy feat. This manifestation of guilt due to ritual sacrifice is marked by porcelain doll-like features, lanky appendages, erratic behavior, and dark corruption. Scarlet is hard not only because she is so tough to track during the battle, but also because she has two distinct boss phases. Your first must break the tough porcelain outer walls of her body before you can even land damaging blows. Then she eventually becomes even more rapid as she lunges and crawls around the boss arena. Silent Hill Homecoming's clunky controls really do rear their ugly heads in this battle, since Scarlet demands pure precision and tons of patience in order to really come out on top. Memory of Alessa, Silent Hill 3. Any game that has you fight the dark side of yourself is always going to prove difficult. This point is very evident when Heather must fight against a relentless and terrifying version of Alessa Gillespie, who just so happens to manifest as a Heather doppelganger. Taking place on a twisted, rusted, and sort of bloodied version of a carousel, Heather is in for the fight of her life across multiple brutal phases. Each phase has the memory of Alessa utilizing a different attack pattern and weapon, which means that you have to be ready to swap up your playstyle on the fly. Contending with the small arena, the vicious and rapid attacks of Alessa, and keeping your health topped up makes this easily one of the toughest boss battles in all of Silent Hill. The Amnion, Silent Hill Homecoming. Yep, here we are again, another hard as heck boss from Silent Hill Homecoming. While much of the challenge here does still come from the game's awkward and clunky controls and Alex's lack of precision, there's simply no denying the relentlessness of this boss despite those frustrating things. You see, the Amnion is one part mechanical insectoid creature and one part corrupted human. Serving as the final boss in the game, the Amnion serves as a reminder of loss, guilt, and despair for protagonist Alex, especially with his deceased brother Josh. 2 brutal phases, high damage output, erratic spider-like movements, and limited attack openings are all things that you need to contend with and more as you try to defeat this final, deeply challenging homecoming boss. So, do you agree with our picks for this list? What are some of the hardest Silent Hill bosses that you have battled? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video from MojoPlays. Be sure to subscribe for more gaming videos every single day.